Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, FOREX trading in the house in the SSN Nation. I can't believe it either. How about a bot for trading? Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about because I like to go to sleep sometimes and make money. Passive income ideas in the house. Stay tuned and welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here. Please share the video because you never know who kind of thing. But once again, passive income ideas goes a long way. The first things first, yes, we'll get into the Forex trading. I know you guys want to find out a little bit about it. But first, we have other passive income ideas we need to deal with first. The number one thing, Yield Max ETF's dividend distribution this Friday. Now, those of you who are holders of Yield Max ETF stocks, well, let's get into it. And in 5 minutes, we'll start talking about the Autobot trading program. All right, here we go. Look here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. You see this? This is what you could earn weekly, monthly. This Friday is payout day, distribution day. We have semiconductor CHPY giving 39 cents at 38.45%. CG or GPTY, Yieldmax AI and Tech Portfolio Option Income Trading 29 cents. Weekly payout 34% distribution rate thus far. LVGY Crypto Industry and Tech Portfolio Option Income ETF weekly payout this week 44 cents, 65.11% distribution rate. And then we have others that are weekly: QDTY, RDTY, SDTY. This is NASDAQ 100 is the QDTY, the Russell 2000 is the RDTY, the S&P 500 is the SDTY. All of these 21%, 51%, 33% distribution. ULTY still strong with 9%, 9 cents. And that is at 85.21%, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going down the list today. That's a weekly payout as well. Then you have YMAG and YMAX. Weekly payouts again, 11 cents, up from 10 last week at 39.81% distribution rates. You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. And you have the 11 cents for AIYY and 13 cents for YMAX, 55.67. Of course, now the Bane ones, MSTY and SMCY, once again over $1 per share. And of course, their distribution rates of 81.9% for MSTY, and SMCY is over 100%. Once again, $1.30. That is their stock. SMCY has took a tumble. It's around $16 right now. So can you imagine getting around $16 annually per share? That is pretty significant, ladies and gentlemen. So again, you have a chance, and we've been remiss over the last weeks or so. WNTR is still giving out a $2 dividend. That's because it's doing a short MSTR option income strategy. You know how Bitcoin pops up and down, and MicroStrategy is invested in Bitcoin. So you got to keep those things in mind first. All right. Now, without further ado, let me see who's in the house tonight. Let's see if I can see everybody. I'm at a disadvantage tonight, ladies and gentlemen, quite frankly. It's because my mouse went out, and it's been this mouse. I've been using the Owl from Logitech for at least 10 years. Okay. It finally does not like to work, and I didn't realize it. It started acting up over the past week or so, but I was like, it still works. Now it works no longer. I've been messing around, does not happen. And so therefore I have to use my hands a different way on this pads. So bear with me tonight. I'll be a few seconds slower than normal, but it's okay. It's all right. Let me see who's in the house. We have post-retirement travel here. Mr. Worldwide, an investor, diversified, as we would say, ladies and gentlemen. Again, what's diversification? If you buy a little bit of crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum, our recommendations here. If you buy a little bit of stocks, dividend stocks, plus I'll use post-retirement travels faves, SPY, QQQ as the faves, right? If you buy index funds and let it sit, set it and forget it, earns 9, 10, 11, 8%, 7%. It varies there year to year, but nonetheless, those are index stocks. That's what, Warren Buffett and the rest, they all invest in, and they are glad to take their 9 to 10, 11% and average over time of around 8 to 9% annually. And it works out for them over 20, 30-year period. Some of us like to raise the roof up. That's why we had yield max ETFs, because option income trading, that is what you can do to bolster up your high dividends, but it is risky. So keep that in mind. You're supposed to study, but let me get the tagline for Mr. Worldwide now. He brings it. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's what we do here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. And I thank you guys for being here, because I was late tonight because I was trying to get up to speed on some information I needed. And unfortunately, it came a little late, but I still have information, because we're going to be talking about that. Also in the house, another person that actually does option income trading with yield max ETF stocks. I know it has to go well, because they go up and down throughout the day. So I know he's making out like a bandit. And congratulations has to be in order. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, DIM Pals. And he brings the tagline this evening. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to you. I smashed that like button. I love to hear it. He gave it a 1 piece. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. DIM Pals. Film Videos is in the house. And this man right here, I forgot to mention last time that I saw you here. Thank you so much for allowing me to use your drone video footage. It's always awesome for our videos here to share with other people. Also, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he brings his tagline, hello all, money making Wednesday is in effect. That is correct. It is Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, but the theme is still the same. Wealth is what you need, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, make sure you keep your health up to par, because you're going to need to eat all those fruits, vegetables, omegas, avocados, few nuts, fish, salmon, something. You got to get them, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Blueberries for your mind and other things in your system. I'm just giving you guys some tips, but go check it out. We want you to be that way for sure. Post-retirement travel says most of the high-yield dividend ETFs went down on payment. Agree. Make sure you're diversified. Also invest in blue chip securities for growth. That is exactly right. Oh, blue chips. What's he saying? In case you don't know, those are like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. Does that say it? Tesla, Nvidia. These are blue chip stocks generally. Even MicroStrategy, in my opinion, has moved into the fray at 25% MSTR on average stock price increase every year or more because they invest in Bitcoin now solely. I don't even know what else they do at this point. But nonetheless, those are the blue chip type of stocks, ladies and gentlemen, that he's referring to. Bank stocks, I don't know. Everybody likes those, but I don't call those blue chips. But they keep going up. JP Morgan, I have to give credit out to their ETF, JEPI and JEPQ. If you want to hover around 11% for JEPQ, hey, what can we say? All right. Just so you guys diversify your portfolio. And some of you, after this live stream, make sure down below you click on Wealthfront. All right. They're not set up just yet. I haven't set that up. In fact, you know what? While I'm talking right now, why not set that up? Set it up in the background for us. Let's do it. So, what we want to do is you want to get, in case you don't have a brokerage account, you want to get Robinhood, gives you free share of stock. Webull gives you many free shares of stock, but you got to deposit $100 or more. I'll just round it up. And Moo, you have to deposit $100 or more, but you have to keep that in at least $100 for 60 days before they release those free stocks. 60 days. Not bad. You're investing, right? Why would you not buy shares of stock or index funds or blue chip stocks that some of them we have mentioned now? There's other blue chips, but you know, I got something playing in the background. Hold on a second. We got to get to the appropriate locations before we start getting into this. I'm going to call it Forex trading. Now, again, I am not an option income trader. When somebody tells me I can buy a bot that runs automatically and I can go to sleep or I can watch it, then I start perking my ears up because that means I don't have to do anything other than, well, I'm going to have to buy the bot. I'm going to have to have that software. I'm going to have it linked to something to load the money in. And when I want to withdraw, I need to have that, right? I like that. Simple. It's almost like an easier version of, instead of me having to learn it. Let's just put it that way. Because again, I haven't been able to wrap my heads around it, except I've gotten a little closer thanks to Moo, Webull, because they have option income trading on their platforms. And now I see I can buy my lots of 100 shares. I can see if I want to pay this, and I looked at Nvidia about a month ago, and it said something. It was when Nvidia was like 120 or 118, whatever it was, and it had some things further out to go up to like 135, 140, and it was cheap to do. Well, now that 135, 140 seems like it would have been a great deal if you're at 180 and we're talking about 100 lots. It was cheaper at that point, right? So I was like, hold on a second, I wonder, but I never pulled the trigger because I should have went to the play and I didn't do it. But it's okay. But I got a little closer to understanding how it works since I saw what you can do. But I still have not pulled the trigger on that. But on this new situation, I said, hey, we've been doing testing, right? So the first things I'm going to do is two things. One is I got to finish up getting this loaded up, but I'm going to do two things because I know what I needed to sign up and with was coin, right? So you mean this is all I know is this is what we signed up with, right? All right. I'm going to bust out some other things as well so you guys can go register and do some other things. But I want to get you guys straight out the box. So here, now, I'm going to put this here. So you guys download this, go to CoinEx, And of course, everybody's going to have, once you sign up, everybody has a referral link for somebody else. So do that thing first. All right. In case you're going to be interested in this. So that's the first thing first. All right. I should put this down in the back office as well. So, film videos. Thank you so much. Also, oh, I can't put this down. Thank you so much also for the link for Panorama Luxury. And quite frankly, I was surprised. There were studio units, 32 meters, which that's a small hotel room actually. And it was 109,000. I was like, okay, that's not bad, but it did not say if it was ocean view. That's the only problem. It didn't say anything about ocean view. So I was like bothered by that. But anyhow, everybody, if you want to go down to the Auto Gold Rush, I don't even know the official name. In fact, I'll have that in a second too. But before we get started, there's the link, CoinX, register. Use that link. Yes, everybody that registered has a link there because you're going to download. Well, some of you know how to do option income trading. So once you have the bot, once you have the software, then you can link it to your account. But anyhow, ours is linked to CoinX. All right, just so you guys know. Now, the first night, I just got to give you guys because we did it's 4. I think we're at 4. We didn't do 5. We're only at 4. Okay. Now, the first night, it was 309 profit. Okay, starting with $1,000 in the account. The second night, something that was last. Okay, let me give you the dates. It was last Wednesday night, which is Thursday. It was 309 profit for Thursday's trading because it's on the London Stock Exchange. On Friday, something remarkable happened. $1,030 profit again on the $1,000 starting. That's crazy. On Sunday night for Monday, profit 291. All right. So does that that's pretty good. Here we go. Is there a chat option? Uh I believe so. But the thing is, I have not used that. All I've been doing is loading in, seeing where you gotta, because you want to create a second account inside. So the one that you use for trading is an account, and then add another account. So then the profit, I move into that second account. So that way the profit's sitting there and the one that I want on the trading platform for my balance of 1,000. So I don't keep the full balance under the one account, the live account that I'm using, right? So um yeah, you have a couple of options, including Bitcoin too, which is crazy. So it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, um, we haven't downloaded. We just kept it in the second account, just so you know. But yeah, there's going to be platforms. There's different things. You once you sign up, you can just go check it out. Just go look and see what they have in there. What's the smallest amount to put in initially? Recommended 1,000. That's recommended for the trading bot. In fact, I'm going to bring up a PDF and give some instructions so you guys will have that. All right. Let me go find it and then I'll actually read it. All right. File. Let's go. I have it. So I'm going a little backwards actually. Let's see here. Where is it? I've already done it. So that's weird. Oh, no wonder I can't find it. Nope, that's Panorama. All right, fine. I have another 2 files. Ah, there we go. I needed it bigger on the screen. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Now, 2 things. Give me a second, like I said, because I want to do something else in the back office. Meaning, here, I'll put this on the screen so you guys can actually read it. That'll probably be easier while I'm doing some stuff in the background. All right. So, There you go. That's your, I mean, first of all, you can put whatever amount you want to put in there. I mean, you can put 500, but they recommend 1,000 to start with. I'll show you because it's on the list basically. Here, in fact, let's see, where is it? Nope. Here we go. All right. This is coming on the screen shortly. You guys can check this out. Here we go. This is a PDF. Time. This is what happened last time. I just had a device disconnected. Remember last week, or I was on for like 30, 40 minutes just talking to myself. You guys were all sending me messages. Hey, you're on mute. All right, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. See this right here? This is the simplest format right here. They explain everything to you. Gold Rush Auto Trader, because basically it's the XAU and USD type trading, and it overlaps with the London Stock Exchange and the United States Stock Exchange. They kind of overlap, but nonetheless, that's what the bot does. Okay. Here we go. Have you tried to withdraw some money back into your account yet? If anything is test, yes, yes, yes. I've tested. So what I did was I opened accounts, and like I said, the second account, and then I'm downloading it, and I'm going to use Bitcoin, by the way, which is an option. I don't know the other options, but I was going to use Bitcoin, and WhatsApp has has changed things. I have to redo it. And I should have done it already, but I didn't. So basically, all the profit is sitting in the second account, and I haven't downloaded yet. But other people have already downloaded. Remember, I'm doing tests with 4 or 5 other people. Everybody's hit the download already. I just been like, I don't really care about it that much. But I'm going to download the WhatsApp, and then I'm going to send it to the bank account. Um, I don't even know if there's a direct to a bank account that you asked earlier, but nonetheless, you guys can see on the screen, and I don't have a way to get you this just yet, that PDF. But if you guys send me an email, my email's back up, by the way. So support at stopstrugglingnow.com. I can send you the PDF. It's that simple. Because I haven't loaded it to stopstrugglingnow.com to send it to let you guys get it. But anyhow, let's get down to business, because I might as well read this for everybody on podcast listening to this on our podcast, the Stop Struggling Now podcast. Okay, to maximize the performance of Gold Rush Auto Trader, here are a set of rules, tips, and suggestions for success. Follow these exactly as written and do not deviate to see the best results possible. Now, I'm going to give you the fourth day, which was, what was that? So we did Monday, Tuesday night. No. Monday night, which was Tuesday. $300, two night. No. Hold on. It was, get this. I'll tell you the first part. It was $300 because in the first 15 minutes, it was profit of 300. So I'm testing, and I was there. So I said, hey, just stop now. Take the $300 profit. So as it's closing out, it ended up like I can't remember the exact number. It was give or take. It was at 320, but by the time it closed out, it was around 300, 305, 301, something like that. I don't remember the exact number. So it closed out 15 minutes in. I said, why be greedy? $300 a day is a good thing. So in the account, up to over 1,800, and I don't remember the number. But anyhow, again, I didn't look at it after that. All right. So that's not bad for 4 sessions. Okay. Now, you guys can probably get ahead on the reading. When you asked about rule number 1, start with the right balance, it says begin with at least 1,000 starting account balance, or as close to 1,000 as possible. The thing is, I will say this, if whatever amount you have in there, it's going to do some trading. So this balance allows the gold rush auto trader to perform optimally and manage trades effectively. So that's the first thing. All right. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself on screen too, because, every now and then I got to switch back and forth so the YouTube guys know that I'm on the screen. Okay. Yep. Again, post retirement travel, tested everything. It's a go. EV Place, another investor is here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he brings his tagline this evening. He says, "Good evening, everyone. Button smashed." That's good to hear. Giving it a one piece. I love it right now. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. All right. And look who else is in the house. The seamless genius is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And she brings her tagline this evening. Hey, boss and SSN fam, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Very happy to see you. We're talking about even getting into the Forex trading markets. I can't believe it, but only because there's a bot involved. That's the only reason. All right. So happy to see you tonight. So we're discussing this a little bit tonight. I've already set down a link in the chat room. So go sign up with CoinX right now. Get hooked up. I think this is it right here. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now let's get down to more of this. So, rule number two, this is what I did not know. Use it during high impact sessions. So I didn't know there was high impact sessions. The optimal times to run the bot are Monday and Friday mornings during the London and New York sessions. Now, this is very, very interesting because day one was actually on a Wednesday night. So on that first Thursday morning of trading, because Wednesday night in the US, because London is 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. So that's the weirdest part. That was a $309 profit day. But now it's saying high impact is Monday and Friday mornings. Friday is the day that things went off the charts, right? For the Thursday night trading, which was Friday, and that profit was 1,030 dollars. So that was remarkable. Monday, which was Sunday night, was 291. So very interesting that their rules that they send out says those dates, not every day, which again, you're your own boss, but all I'm saying is that's very interesting. All right, before going to sleep Sunday night around 9 to 10 p.m. See, it must be that must be Pacific time. Eastern time would be 1 a.m. because again, London is, oh, there they go right there. The London session is 1 to 2 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, exactly. So if you're on the East Coast or West Coast, 3 hours ahead. So that's like 10 a.m., right? Yeah. So that's what I was referring to. The New York session is 6 to 8 a.m. Eastern. Repeat this Thursday night for Friday morning trading. Okay. All right. Now, again, this right here, I will have to say, I do not personally know. They're just saying what happened for somebody. This strategy has produced the strongest results for many clients. This is an example. Client named Isaac followed this process and saw an 11,000 a day for catching the high impact news move on Friday. Okay, fine. But, you can't use he was there that day. Rule number three, this is the rule. Money management, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we talked about this when I discussed about playing poker, and you have to do money management. You can't sit there and say, okay, I'm just going to you should take your profits and go home, right? Now, rule number three, manage greed and take profits when your account is up anywhere between 50 to 100% or more withdraw your profits. I think that's that's pretty standard, right? You should withdraw your profits. Hold on, I need to scroll down. All right. So, how come she's still on the screen, but I can't drop it? Okay. All right. Whoa, Forex, interesting. There we go. Look who's in the house. Mr. Law of Compensation is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation. Uh-oh, I just lost the screen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. That's right, Mr. Compensation in the house. He has a YouTube channel. Post Retirement Travel has a YouTube channel. Click on their profiles and subscribe, ladies. Show some love. Now, the weirdest thing happened. I lost my. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm back. Exactly. Whoa. Forex trading. Exactly. We'll have to leave it at that right now. Post retirement travel, high impact sessions sound to me as high volatile sessions. Mondays are high volume because of the USA investors placing trades Sunday night EST for European time. Exactly. There you go. That's the way I look at it too. I'm sitting there the same way you are. I'm glad you're going to say it because I wasn't going to say it. All right. Because it's like you guys know, I don't really get into the options markets. And so therefore, I pretty much know what's going to happen on Friday and Monday. Let's go, says Mr. Compensation. That's right. For anybody that just signed up, I am using CoinNex for holding the funds and the auto rush bot. I have it in the link. Go sign up. It's free. There's no cost for that. All right. Now let's get back to the business in hand. Number 3, because I see Mr. Compensation again. Let's go. All right. Let's keep going, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Um, Withdraw the profits. Okay. When your account is up anywhere between 50% to 100% or more. And again, I'm going to preface this with money management. It's up to you. If you feel like I feel personally, if you're making $200, $300, $400 within those ranges, if all of a sudden, like if 15, 20 minutes, you've made $300 or 250, like $300, like we did the on the fourth trading day, why? I mean, sure, you can try and get higher, but that also means you have a chance to go lower. So why not just the 15 minutes that you started? Why not take the 300 profit? Because if you can average $300 a day, that's 9 G's a month if you had 30 days, but we don't have 30 days. We only have 20, right? So 5 trading days, right? So you have other trading days, but you're going to have low volumes. But the point I'm trying to make is you can actually do $1,500 a week, 6 G's a month if you were on a 300 profit day. So the anomaly of that 1,000 puts you ahead of the curve. So if you have that anomaly, then that makes it even better, right? If you all of a sudden you have a $500 or $600 day and all you care about is 2 or 3 or even $100 a day, extra money is still extra money, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The clients who experience losses typically let trades ride too long, trying to gain more rather than locking in profits. I'm a big, like I said, I played poker, so I'm locking in profits. I'm not going because we can't break the bank. We can lose money if you stay in the game too long because you might get tired, your edge, you might lose your edge a little bit. But here we go. I'll put it this way. Let me see. Isaac withdrew 10,000 in profits and left only his initial starting balance in the account. Whether his next trade wins or loses, he's still secured nearly 900% growth. Again, since I played poker and it's all about money management, that's the way I look at it because we can't break the casino. So I was like, hey, if I got 4,000, 5,000, I'm like, okay, this is good enough. I'll be back tomorrow or next week or whenever I want to come back, but it's locked. I told you guys a story before where I was like, I used to walk in Reno, Nevada. I used to walk across the street, was a Western Union. So I'd be winning in the casino at Harrah's. I would go cash my chips, get the cash, and since it's across the street for Western Union, I'd Western Union myself thousands of dollars because I was like, you know what? It's sitting there. I can't touch it. I can't go back. And as most people would do, be like, oh, I'm ahead so much. I'll just go lose. I'll try some more. And then they'll lose a little bit, little bit, little bit. Next thing you know, you stay longer trying to repeat that same success. So again, you have to train your mind, take the profits, do not play around. All right. Rule number 4, do not tamper with the bot. Leave the presets exactly as they are. Do not close trades manually, adjust lot sizes, or change settings. Okay. All successful clients follow the presets provided without interference. Yeah, I didn't mess around. I'm not messing around. Like I said, I wouldn't know what I was doing in the first place. Rule number 5. Some of you are going to be more experienced, so you may know, you might have your own little ways to do it. Run it only twice a week, which is very interesting because the test run we did 4 days, and the 4 days was awesome. So again, here's the people saying this is what you should do. But again, gold typically consolidates during Tuesday, Wednesday, and parts of Thursday, making it less ideal for trading. Running the bond on Monday and Friday during the optimal sessions ensures the best performance and reduces exposure during less active markets. Okay. Well, this is very interesting. Start with at least 1,000. That's where we go. That's the first thing. All right. Run the bot only Monday and Friday during London, New York sessions. I didn't even know you could do New York sessions, but I guess it makes sense, right? Because if you're using XAU USD, it's still XAU USD, right? Take profits when up significantly and reset your starting balance to 1,000. Do not tamper with presets. Avoid running the bot during consolidating midweek markets. That's very interesting because we were running it during midweek times. And 300 was nice. 291 was nice. 300 again was nice. Going against the rules. Follow these steps and you'll maximize the performance of the Gold Rush Auto Trader. That's the bot, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's that simple. Now, I have put in this link right here. Now, first of all, we have to get into some other factors because I know a lot of you know about these bots, which I did not, right? The auto trader bot, the gold auto trader bot. First off, $1,000 you're going to need in your account, but the bot cost money. All right. They have something like a yearly bot price, then they have a lifetime bot price. Okay. So let's keep things simple. I'm going to start it off with what it costs because a lot of people said, what does it cost? Here, I'm going to tell you in a second. Before I got to get some other link down below. Now, the cost simply $2,500, ladies and gentlemen, is what this bot's going to cost for the lifetime. Do not suggest it's only a license for one compute. Well, it's multiple computers, but it's only a license for one account. I should put it that way. You can't, if you want another license, you got to buy another license for 2,500. If you want to run 2 bots at the same time, different accounts. All right. It's that simple. So make it very simple. I am not into this, this tradings and bots and things like that. So I'm going to give you a link. Let me see if I have it up already. I do not. Hold on. Let me go get a link for you. So you can fill out information and they'll get in touch with you about it. All right. Make it simple for me. Here we go. Here it is. And you guys know what to do. You know my name. It's a referral, by the way. So, Eric Bird, BYRD. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the link. Everybody that's listening on podcasts, goldrushregister.info. Goldrushregister.info. Go over there. You can go fill out the information, put in the referral, Eric Bird hyphen SSN Nation. Stop struggling now. Just Eric BYRD is fine. Or SSN Nation. Either way. All right. You guys know the deal. All right. That's how you can get started. And you'll already have your CoinX. All right, here we go. Boss, did you make any profits? Yes, Biznessa. Seamless Genius, day one, $309, which was not midweek. Again, we did Wednesday night, last Wednesday night, which was Thursday trading, 309 profit. Ran all night, by the way. Friday, which is Thursday night to run on Friday, $1,030. Ran all night. Then excitement, obviously. Then on Sunday night for Monday morning, close out $291. All right, profit. And then on the days they say you shouldn't do it, it was Monday night, which was Tuesday, in the first 15 minutes of the bot running, sitting there, and all of a sudden it says 300 and something. I was like, well, 300 and something per day is the goal. So then close out. Took that profit. Very simple, right? Money management. Now, after that day, knowing what this PDF said, nothing happened. Yes, you're able to withdraw. And the other thing was I can withdraw in Bitcoin, which made it even better because it doesn't really matter to me because I'm using Cash App probably. I'm not even going to use my wallet. I'll just send it to Cash App. And so, me personally, I still left it in there, but other friends are in it too. They've already downloaded. I've been sitting there like I haven't set up my Cash App. I've had to redo it. I should have done it already. But yes, you can withdraw, no problems. Just need to figure out how you want to do it. So, no issues there. Obviously, Brian P. Mr. Dividend is in the house. We went over global news, yield max ETFs. And by the way, Brian P., he brings his tagline, and welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. The tagline says, "What's up, Eric? I hope all is well with you. Happy day, SSN family. Smash that like button too. Thank you." And I got the news. I'm back in email, Brian P. That's right. Back on the emails. That's right. Oh my, it's all bad news all over the place. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Oh my, we can't talk about that right now. Facts, says Mr. Law of Compensation, who has done Forex trading himself. He knows all about it. He's been doing this. I've been trying to see if he was going to show it on his TikTok or on his channel. I've seen those little live streams when you held your phone up showing some charts. All right. Don't think I haven't been lurking, man. I've been watching you, man. All right. Mr. Law of Compensation. Peace at Brian P. Mr. Dividend. He's going to be smiling this weekend. Can you believe he has, what was that, 8,000 shares of ULTY? My God. And actually more because you got 800, 900 shares last week that reinvested probably some of it. So you have 8,000 shares. It's 11 cents point something this week. Now it's going to be $900 this week. Holy smokes. That's incredible right now. All right. Here we go. Post-retirement travel. Talk to me on Friday about all this. Can you withdraw USDC instead of Bitcoin? That I don't know because it was Bitcoin for me that I'm already going to do. So again, I'll talk Friday, like I told you guys, after we do another session as well. But I wanted to give you guys the information. You can fill out the information on here. All right. Here we go. That's where you go. Fill it out. Somebody will contact you. You can ask even further questions there. All right. And don't forget the referral, Eric, Bird, BYRD, or SSN Nation, both, whatever. Does not matter. All right. That's where you go. Okay. Here we go. Biznessa. Hold on. I skipped something. Yes. Yes. You more than doubled your money. Yes. For First of all, it was exciting for that Friday because it was highly unexpected. It was at around, first of all, I didn't know what I was looking at. I just saw numbers at the bottom and it said 1,300 and like 40 or 50 or 60. Then come to find out, they go, oh, you go by the equity thing. I was like, wait a minute. So we didn't stop, right? It said 1300 and something. So we just let it run because I was like, okay, so it's $300 prop. I thought it was $390 or 340 or 350. So I was like, okay, that's cute. I'm looking at it. I see 1,000 over here, but it was a different balance because they buy and sell. Then on the equity line, I saw 1,300 and something. So I was like, okay, cute, 300 and some dollars. That's great because the previous day was $300. I didn't know what I was looking at. Then when it closed out, it was around 1,050 or 1,075 in that range. And I was like, okay, might as well just close out. Okay, made like, no biggie, $75 or whatever. The thing took damn near 15 minutes. And the next thing I know, it said 1,030. I was like, wait a minute. Does this really say 2,030 is in the account now? That means it was 1,030 profit. I didn't even realize what was going on, quite frankly. It was crazy. I don't know how. I don't even know what I was looking at. Obviously, you guys know I don't do trade. I've never seen these bot things or trading, so I didn't know what I was looking at. I just was shocked when I saw in the accounts 1,000 transferred 1,030, and I was like, "There's still 1,000." I was like, "Oh, it was 2,030 overall." So that was the huge surprise. Then on Monday or Sunday night, when it did the 291, now I saw, okay, okay, I get it now. The 1291. So there's a different thing that was going on, but I didn't realize it the Friday day when I woke up, right? So this is why I was monitoring. But yes, in fact, it's 18. Oh, I can't remember it's 18 something. Okay. Hold on. Let me, you know what? I could just go look at. But anyhow, you are exactly right. 4 days, 18 something, and I think it was 18 something. But anyhow, 18 something, and then that is whatever that's 400 and what is that? 450? Yeah, 450 a day average. That works. That works. That works. I think that's what it is. Yeah, 450. That works for me. Cuz my thing was if you can get like 3,000 a month or 4,000 a month was good enough. To be on track for 6 was crazy. But again, if I go by what they were saying, the only trade on Monday and uh, Friday and Monday, then it would have only been 1291 profit for 2 days, which is still pretty good. If you can make, again, the 1,000 is an outlier. 3 of the days it's 300 average basically. So that 1,000 is an outlier. So I look at scientific evidence as the 1,000 was nice, but I don't think that's a normal thing, is what I'm trying to say. I think it was an anomaly. Peace, Mr. Law of Compensation. Okay, here we go. I've bought 2KXULTY today. Good God Almighty, EV Place. Well done, sir. So he likes his $230, $240 that he will make 10% on his money in a matter of Friday when they disperse it out, which is congratulations. That's every week payout, ladies and gentlemen. It's hovering around 9% to 11 plus percent every week. And if it stays around this stock price, you get 80%. So there you go. I love it. Mr. Law of Compensation. There you go. Keep an eye on NVIDIA. Drop $5 after hours a day. That's right. We talked about something before, and I guess I have to talk about it again. The bottom line to the story is there is such a thing as the point of no return. Artificial intelligence market, NVIDIA sells the hardware. They can't sell to China now all of a sudden again. So this is a problem. But the point I'm trying to make is The profits from artificial intelligence is so low for the amount of money spent. So how do you figure out that you're going to spend billions to get a few hundred million? That's not cutting it. All right. So keep this in mind because we have AMD, we have other companies that are in semiconductor business and in the AI business. Microsoft, all the top dogs are in it. Amazon, Facebook, everybody. AI is the race, but the profits from AI is not huge. So something's going to have to give. Either it's going to be a consolidation where people like Nvidia can buy up whoever they want, AMD, I mean Microsoft, all these guys, right? Amazon, they can buy up the competitors to shrink the field. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to shrink the field because the rest of the world is also in the race. So they're using whatever technologies they're going to use to try beat us. It was great when the United States used to always try to be the best and be the best. That was great. Now we have a situation where there's people, forces that are trying to make us not the best by chipping away at funding for science and technology and other things that would create us to be the best. And artificial intelligence, we already missed the boat on solar and wind. We and EVs, we've already are behind. That's crazy. When before, if this was 1940, 1950, 1960, 1970, 1980, it was the era of we, in order to be the best, you have to be educated, right? You have to keep pushing the envelope. The only way you can do that is somebody has to be smart and then smarter and smarter, and there has to be research and development. That takes a lot of money. Now we are in this era where we're supposed to not be that number one. We're nowhere near number one right now. All right. We're behind in a lot of areas. Artificial intelligence is one that we're NVIDIA is ahead and AMD, okay, all these guys, they're ahead. But again, it's going to be very hard to stay ahead when the rest of the world is using their own technologies also because we put them in that position. It's just like, how does somebody come up? If I take something away from you and you still have to survive, you're going to do implementing other ulterior ways to do it, which may not be the same way that we took from you. So you're able to go around. It's almost like the gas guzzler cars of the 1960s and 70s when we had the gas crisis. Well, the rest of the world, they have cars on 3 cylinders, 4 cylinders, gets 25, 30, 40 miles per gallon. And those companies that you guys know today, Datsun, which is Nissan, Toyota, and Honda said, hey, we make these little cars over here, lighter, 4 cylinders. They get like 40 miles to the gallon, 35 to 40 miles to the gallon, and they only cost half price of what the American cars cost. So they found an in because of our situation here in the United States, thinking we're the biggest, baddest, and the best without realizing the rest of the world is like, we're trying to kick your ass over there. And so then we had to let them in because we didn't have those cars. And the rest is history. Well, same thing's happening right now. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. This is exactly what's happening. This AI thing is very, very important because this is one of the few areas that we're ahead. Hey, Eric, can I get the PDF link? Unfortunately, I can't give you the PDF link because I don't have it up. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do I'm going to do something in the background that you guys will be talking. But again, the gold auto trader, ladies and gentlemen, so far it's worked seamlessly, no problems. And again, I never mess with anything. Some of you might, I wouldn't recommend it, but some of you might know there's more to it. Probably there's all kind of stuff there. I'm kind of sitting there like, holy smokes, I'm glad I don't have to do anything but hit on. It's all you have to do is hit on, and that's good. But I'll have a link for you in a second. All right. I'll have a link for you in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at stop struggling now. I'll load up the PDF there. Then I'll be able to share the PDF. All right. So it's that simple. So give me a few minutes. Now, once again, I don't have what else I need. I needed something else. The Forex trading has you guys a little hyped. I got to say, I'm hyped too because of the profits made in less than not even 5 trading sessions. Because once I realized, I was like, okay, so you guys say just do Monday. So we didn't do the trade yesterday. That would have been 5. So we only have 4 trading sessions after we found out that PDF said, oh, yeah, don't do midweek. I'm like, what? What's the wrong with $200 or $300? I don't follow. Right. So that is the funniest thing about it of all. So again, I sent you guys down. I'm gonna put this. I got some other things in the background I need to do. One is the link to CoinX. I gave you guys that already. So here, the referral link for CoinX. Okay. I gotta do something in the background, so forgive me. Okay. CoinX. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll drop that, and then I'll be able to drop this PDF. And if you have any questions, again, I dropped the link for where you can sign up, and that was the Gold Rush. Was oh, I don't have it. That's interesting. GoldRushInfo.com. Oh no, Gold Rush. It don't matter. GoldRushRegister.info. For everybody on podcasts, GoldRushRegister.info. Use me as the referral, Eric Bird, BYRD, and you can go there. Then you can ask further questions. The guys that are experts about it, because as you guys know, I rarely tell you, I've never done option income trading myself. It was always weird to me. So I was like, well, this bot thing, I'm like, sheesh, really? I don't have to really buy and sell myself. It can do it by itself and I can make money. Okay, now you got my attention. That's how this all started. And we've been doing a conglomerate of other people, not just me doing it, but other people are doing it too. So we're all, like I said, I do scientific tests. That's why I did a few days before I even talked about this. I missed the first 30 minutes of the show. Don't worry, man. Uh, I put a link down below in the chat room. You guys should see that one. Sign up there, fill out the information, use the referral, say Eric Bird. All right. Biz Nessa, Seamless Genius. I know what she's doing. Something. Wait a minute. Why can't I get this? Hey, boss, I will email you the link. Is not working. What do you mean? Hold on a second. Which link? Hold on. Which link are we talking about? Let me go see. Goldrush.info. I used on my phone. So it went to it. So that should be good. Let me go check my CoinX. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Let me go check my CoinX link. Referral link. Let's see. Okay. Let's go look this up. Let's go find that out. Okay. Let's see with that one. And then I have one more, right? The PDF. Maybe I dropped the PDF link instead of the other one. The PDF link. I still got to do that in the background. So let me get that real quick. Where's my PDF link? Okay, that's cute. Okay, that's Panorama. That's the Gold Rush register. Yeah, it's sitting there. PTFX Gold Rush Auto Trader registration form. Yep. So it's goldrushregister.info. That takes you there. And there you go with that. And now where's my link for where's my PDF? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, I'll go get it again. Because I got to load this PDF file. So let's go get it again. All right. Yeah, if I put anything that says CC user or whatever, um, that would be bad. That wouldn't open up because that's a PDF. And that's on my computer, PDF. That's why I have to do it at Stop Struggling Now. Okay, where's my Stop Struggling Now at? That's crazy. Okay, I don't need that. No. What did I do? Did something. All righty. Where's my. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's get this media lined up, add some media to the back office, and then I can put in the chat room. So, everybody that's watching on replay, chat room is open. All right. That's where you'll find some links. Everything I'm talking about, you can actually go there. And I'm the only one that can put links in the chat room, just so everybody understands. Nobody else can do it. You can't do any of that. Okay? Just letting you know. All right. Let's go. Where's it at? Okay. Okay, here you go. I'm loading it up. If you want the PDF that gives you the best times, here it is. I put it in the chat room. You can check it out. All right. Dragon Sky, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And he brings his tagline, hey guys, hey to you as well. Thank you so much for being here, Dragon Sky. Very nice to see you. Okay, let's go. Okay. I'll email you the link. That's weird. Okay. We'll see. All right. Okay. Let's go. I'm bullish on the Bitcoin mascot. This is a token of character off the Bitcoin website. This is going to send hard. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Good luck and God bless you. Thank you so much. We'll have to look into it. As with anything, you always got to do your research, right? I don't mind. I do not mind. Biznessa, copy the link and open a new browser with Chrome. Don't try to click on it directly. Thank you so much, Post Retirement Travel. I did not know that you couldn't just click on it. So that's a good thing. Everybody watching, don't just click on it. Copy the link and open it up. I love it. Thank you so much for that, Post Retirement Travel. Appreciate it. Thanks, Victor. Got it. Exactly. There we go. I wish I would have given you my link to CoinX. Oh, post Mr. Law of Compensation. I didn't know you were messing with it. Shaking my head. I didn't know what you were with. See, man, you should have told me. Damn it. You should have told me, man. See that all that shy stuff when I'm watching your videos. You should have told me. Go do this a long time ago. See you holding out on me, man. See? Uh-oh. Something happened. Okay. There it is on the screen for everybody that may be watching. Goldrushregister.info if you want to sign up for the Auto Trader bot. And again, I will say it's $2,500 to sign up and get that bot. They will tell you that. And you need a 1,000 in your account at least at CoinX. That's how simple it is, quite frankly. All right. Yep. Are you also using CoinX for how long? I just started using it because of what they said. They said, get your CoinX account. I said, okay. And that's how it logged, the Auto Trader Gold Rush bot. They actually did it behind the scenes, helped me out. So again, you guys know I'm not Again, this is perfect for somebody like me. Yes, I know about stocks. Yes, I know how to do uh, individual stocks, ETFs. Yes, we know how to do a 401 solo 401k. Yes, all of that. One thing I've never done is trading on Forex markets, currency exchange, commodity exchanges, any of that. So that's one thing that I never could understand until I started looking in the back office on, like I said, Webull and Moomoo, where you can actually do option trading. So then I was like, oh, this ain't that hard. But then I didn't really want to sit there and actually trade stocks every day with those charts. I never understood that. And so I said, okay, I'll never be able to do it. Then all of a sudden somebody says, you know about these auto trading bot things? I was like, yeah, I know about bots, but again, I don't want to mess around with trying to trade myself. And then they said, you don't have to do that. I was like, oh, hold on. What are we talking about here? Okay. I'm going to test it. All right. Let's test it. Let's see what happens. So there you go. All right. You're welcome. Again, if you guys want that PDF that we discussed, I put it in the chat room twice again. And if you can't click on the link and open it, then copy the link and then open it. That way, from post retirement travel, Mr. Worldwide, his recommendation. No, I've just been using CoinX for the last like week. So it's on, what's today? Wednesday. So Wednesday night was Thursday morning. Yeah, sometime last week. All right. So no issues thus far. So I have a live account. Then they allowed you to add another live account. So again, one thing that I did learn was don't keep it in your balance on the live. Just open up another account, and that in the back office you can. Oh, that's interesting. In the back office you can transfer the monies, right? Internal transfer. So all profit went into the second account, which is in the same account, but that has nothing to do with your bot because your bot is licensed. So you can have it again. There's different licensing situations, right? In the old days and in today's days, there's a license where you can't use multiple computers, right? This license is only for this, I'll call it the app for all intents and purposes. Similar to Google Play and all that, it allows you to use it on another computer, but because it's hooked to one account of trading, you can't use two computers for the same license. Simple. All right. So, however many licenses you want, it's going to cost you $2,500 if you want more than one. All right. So, I'm actually clearly going to have two, right? So now I'm going to make it, you guys know I like exponentials. Have one, have another. And now if we start talking about $300 and it's really 400 to 600, I will say I'm good. I don't need to sit there and try to get 1,000 or 11,000. Just give me my few $100 per 2 or 3 days, because I'm probably going to do 5 days anyhow. I'm hard headed. So anyhow, I'm going to be doing some trades anyhow, because if I do 2 or 300, which is my little goal, and I can do it twice, now it's 600. Now 600 times 4 or 5 a week. Now all of a sudden, we start, 2, 3 G's, 8 G's, 9 G's, 10 G's a month. Now you're in one over 100K a year. I like it. Good. Didn't have to work hard for it. I always do exponentials. All right. Yes, sir. Post retirement travel. 2 years so far. See, Mr. Law of Compensation been holding out on me, man. You've been holding out on me all this time. I know. I saw you again, man. I know. I'm going to keep busting your balls on this. I saw you with you holding the phone, showing the charts and showing the trading. I was like, what's he doing? Show me the trading part. I want to learn how you trade these options. See, I was watching you, man. Don't worry. All right. Well, there you go, man. You've been doing 2 years of CoinX so far. Well, there we go. We have somebody that has said it. Never mind, boss. Victor got me straight. And yes, I'm in the equipment biz now. Uh-oh. What equipment biz? That is the question. There's a lot. Are we talking about commercial equipment? We talking about rental equipment. Mr. Law of Compensation, really interesting. I'll definitely check it out. I tried to do Forex trading a few years ago and didn't like it. I switched to option trading and have been collecting money. Exactly. To each his own. And he's been doing the wheel strategy from what I understand. But again, I just can't grasp around it yet. But again, I've never had anybody teach me one. I probably need a one-on-one for this, right? So now I don't need one on one for having a trading bot that's doing it for me. I don't have to worry about trades and what's happening. It does it. So I like it, right? And with anything, just keep this in mind. I'm not going to act like we're going to win all the time. With anything, you can always lose money because it's trading based on something. So when I saw 300 plus, I was like, close this out right now. Why go to bed 15 minutes in? What's there to talk about? If now somebody would say, well, you got 1,000 the day before or 2 days before, one day before, you'd say, oh, just wait. But I'm like, no, that's not my goal. I could wait and it could go down, right? There's no guarantees on any investments, even this trading bot. Okay. Just keep that in mind. All right. You have to be using your head. Take the profits and run, is the way I look at it. Like I said, money management, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this goes back to when I used to play poker, and that's all about money management. All right. Okay. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this? Hold on a second. I don't know about the referral. Hold on. I don't know about a $400 referral plan. Hold on. I saw somebody love. What's this? Lavelle Israel. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Tell us more about the 400 referral program. Unfortunately, I don't know about the 400 referral program. Okay. Learning lesson. Exactly. Learning lesson. I was hoping you were going to actually do it on your channel, man. That's what I was waiting for. All right, Eric, what's your strategy? Pull out the initial investment, then play with house money. That's exactly it. Playing with house money as we speak, or are you transferring fresh money into it monthly? No, 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 no. Money management, man. Profits coming out. Like, in other words, when we talk on Friday, I'm going to tell you then that I withdrew. I'll probably leave like, there's going to be 1,800 plus, I'm assuming, depending on what happens, because I'm not going to do anything today and I'm going to wait till tomorrow night, like they say. So it'll be Friday trading. But um, on Friday, I'm going to download everything. All right. Not, well, whatever. I'm going to leave 1,000 in my account, like they say. I'll probably leave 500 in the account, the other account, and I'm going to download the other 1,300. All right. And depending on what happens on Friday morning when we wake up, then hopefully another profit of 300-400 bucks. So yeah, I'm downloading everything but 500 bucks on Friday. In fact, by tomorrow, I'm going to download everything but 500 bucks. So my account will have 1,000 that's going to be on the bot. 500 is going to be into the second account that's holding the money. That's what I'm going to have on there. So just so you know, that's my strategy. I'm treating it just like poker. I'm saying, let me take the money off, park it, and that way, okay. And if I need to load something up, at least I'll be like, okay, I'll take some from the duffel bag of cash and load up 500 in case worst case scenario is you go to zero, which is possible from what I understand. I've done a little research and I've heard people been some it can. That's why I say pay attention for a little bit. Okay, let's go. Somebody, hold on. I saw something again about this. I wish I could talk about that. Lavelle Israel, I see you, big dog. Biznessa knows something. I don't know the full thing right now. Okay, Brian P., I need to get in the game. Well, you have the info, man. You have the link goldrushregister.info. Again, referral is me, Eric Burt. Hold on, let me go look at something. Because they told me to say, is there? I don't see that. Hold on, I see a video though. What is your first name, last name, email address, phone number? Are you currently active paying member of private trade room? No. How did you hear about PTFX, Gold Trader? Okay. PTFX member. Do you want a Gold Rush Ambassador? Oh, Gold Rush Ambassador and earn 400 per sale. Interesting. That's what he was asking about. Okay. Don't know about that. Okay. Pre-launch special, 50% permanent unlimited license, 2,500, 1 year license, 1G. Again, um, we have the permanent unlimited license. And I'm going to be getting a second one because that way never have to worry about price increases or anything like that. This one-time investment gives you full access to your revolutionary. These pre-launch savings won't last. Okay, which license? Permanent. It's the only one I want. How soon do you want to purchase? Okay, what's the best? Okay. I don't see any referral thing on here. What's happening? What is your best contact if you have an international number? See, this is what happens when you let somebody else sign you up. What is your phone number? What is your first name? I don't see no referral on here. All right, fine. But apparently there's $400 somewhere around here. I don't know what that's about. Oh, there it is. So, a member, please place the member's name below your answer. Okay, there it is. Eric Bird, BYRD. There you go. All right. How'd you hear about this? YouTube. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All there for everybody. All right. I need to get in the game. Exactly. Eric, average 200 to 400 per week for you as a goal. How many times are you planning to run the bot? Oh no, I'm doing more than that, man. I'm not even listening. You know me, I'm hard-headed. I'm doing science out here. Like I said, 4 sessions. I would have only done two. Yes, we would have got the 1,000. That's 1,030. Yes. On Monday it was 291. So if we did 2 sessions, it would have been 1,291. But again, on Monday night, it was like 300. As soon as I was like 300 and something, I was like, close out 15 minutes in. I'm like, there's no point in doing anything else. That's the goal. And so, like, again, my poker thing stuck in. I'm like, there's no reason. That's my goal. We're already ahead of schedule, right? With the 1,000 breakout day. So 300, 291, 300, and 309, 1,030, 291, 300 and whatever it was, 300, 305. I can't remember, but I'll have to look it up. But the point is, I just remember 300 in my head. Close out, close all right then and there, 15 minutes into the trading night. I was just like, go to bed. So I'm ahead of schedule. That's the way I looked at it. So there was no reason to wait. Now, one of these days, I'm going to go back to sleeping and waking up and going, okay, I hope I made some money, right? So maybe not. But if I see something in the first 15 minutes, because I'm on the West Coast right now, I'm not having to be on the East Coast at 1 in the morning. That's a whole but on the West Coast, it's 10. So if another day comes where it's 10:15 or 10:20 and I'm just happen to be watching and I see 300, or even if I saw 275 to 325, I'll sit there and probably be thinking like, what am I doing? Just close it out and take the 300 or 275. I don't really care if it's in that ballpark, because that's 1,500 a week. That's 6 G's a month. So I plan on doing it every day, just to let you know. But I didn't today. Again, there's a reason. There's two people that's involved. And so I was like, okay, fine, fine, fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Okay. I think I got something else down here. I don't know. I appreciate you at Stop Struggling Now. Hey, man, you know it. You guys know who Law of Compensation is. If you guys have been around, remember when we're flea masters, you guys setting up the booths and doing something. You guys saw them 100. Exactly. Here we go. Hey, Eric, ULTY is now $5.68. I love it. You know why? Reinvestments are going out on Friday, but I think it's going to hover under 6. It's going to stay under 6. And getting your dollar cost average under 6 is major. All right. Mine's under 6 now because it dropped last week. Or was it this week or last week? Anyhow, in the last 5 days, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Time to buy more. And they're giving 11 cents per share this weekend or this Friday. In fact, let me give you the exact number. ULTY, sorry, not 11, 9.4 cents. So I was off. It's Y Mag that's giving 11 cents. So again, when we start talking about, I'm going to use the 8,000. 8,000 times 0.09. Where's the number at? 49. 49. Let's see what this is. $759 this week. Again, I think most people would be happy if you had 8,000 shares that you didn't even have to buy all of them because you can reinvest. For every $700, and you divide that by, let's go, I'll just divide it by $6 just to round up. 126 more shares times 0.0949. So next payout, if you have the same, is just an additional, some people would say just $12. But the point is, you're going to get $12 more in shares than you did before. I think that's right. 12. Is that 12? Did I do it right? Yeah, that's $12 more. So anyhow, that gives you an idea, ladies and gentlemen. It just keeps growing on its own. You don't even have to do anything at that point because every time you get dividends every week, you're getting more shares. You're getting 126 more shares, at least if it's 9 cents, 9.49 cents. So everybody, I was giving the Y Mag was 11 cents this week, which is pretty good too. All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Business. Yeah, my mouse isn't working, ladies and gentlemen. I have to do this by hand. So it skips. Okay, what 400 referral program, bro? It's underneath when you go sign up at goldrustregister.info. I'm pretty sure where it asks where the referral is, that's where I guess there's a 400 referral. All right, so there you go. That must be it. I didn't even know about it. BTC is 111,000 now, Brian P. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to buy some more BTC. For all of you who are late, Johnny come latelys, who got in when it was 115, 118, 120, 125, 111 brings your dollar cost down, which is what you want. All right, cheap viewers. I keep getting these guys that do this, and I can't even block them. That's too bad. All right. But thank you, Brian P. Again, it went down to, didn't it go down to 109? I think it did. Once again, can't do this. Okay. That's a good strategy. I normally close an option contract once I am up 75% to 80% gain, then turn around and open a new contract with new numbers. No need to risk beyond 80% gain. Exactly. It's money management. Like I say, that's the way to go, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what. In fact, that's the way I'm treating this, as in, you just, because you can always go back down. It's no guarantee just because it's up, it's always going to stay up. It can go back down or start going down. You have to be the one that pays attention. Some people stay up, they'll check in periodically. For me, it was like I said, you know what, I'm going to sit here and see what happens because I was trying to figure out what's happening, see if there's anything I don't, try to understand something better that I don't know about. So then I'm like, okay. And then when I saw it go over 300, I was like, hold on, just close this out right now. Like, that's all my goal is. And if we can do 300 a day, $1,500 a week, that's what is that? 6 G's a month extra. Now, hiding, hiding the tax situation, that's another story. Thank you, boss. You always look out for your people. Thank you so much, Biznessa. Thank you. And so do you. Seamless Genius is Biznessa. Brian P., I picked up some more ULT. Why today? I don't blame you. But Brian P., you're on the auto reinvestment program. You don't have to do anything. You know? Jesus Christ. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now I am at 9,000. Are we talking about 9,000 US2? Jesus Christ. Congratulations, man. But you can let this thing go on autopilot. You can just collect the $700, $800, $900 per week. Take your 3 G's a month and play. Invest in something else. Brian P., same here. Yeah, it's hard to sit on the sidelines when stocks are like that. Coney also down to $6.88, and quite frankly, I think that's below my dollar cost. Quite frankly, I got to go buy some more Coney. In fact, post-retirement travel, this is kind of funny because, as you said, speaking of that money that's going to be downloaded, I'll probably take a few hundred and say, you know what, let me go over here and buy some more like Coney. Let me go buy some more ULTY. Let me get me some YMAG, YMAX, take a few hundred out and pick a couple of them and just split it up, get a few shares, not a lot, just a few, but it's other profit money. So, and then I'm going to replenish my duffel bag of cash too in today's money, which is kind of cool. Got to do that. So you have to buy the bot, then you put in your initial payment, right? Yes, exactly. Exactly. So the recap, buy the bot, 2,500 is recommended. Get the lifetime. So that way you don't ever have to worry about price fluctuations. Then, first, I always say, go over to CoinX, get yourself, there's the link down below in the box. Go register, go sign up there. Then go to here. All right, I'm going to do a couple of things. Then go read this. This is the PDF for what's recommended by the bot guys. That's the PDF that's next. Then goldrushregister.info, sign up. And now you put in, a referral apparently. Eric Bird, ERIC, last name Bird, BYRD. That's simple. All right. And that's it. And Mr. Law of Compensation says, let's go. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting because I guess we're going to have to add this to our repertoire. At least I'm going to have to on this channel because we rarely ever talked about this before, other than amongst ourselves when we're talking about stock trading. Brian P., what? Are you kidding me? With the current dividend is at least $3,400 per month. I can only imagine if dividend goes up a decimal, that's $500K home payment. Very, very good thinking. Exactly what we talk about here. Use passive income to pay for your home. Again, if you're young and watching this, you're sitting there thinking, I need to buy a home. I need to buy a condo. I need to buy a townhouse. No. That 20% down, You need to put into the stock market or a vehicle that you get a return, and you use that return to pay for your house, townhome, or condo. I wish, I swear, I wish I was in high school and all the time you're growing up from kindergarten to 12th grade. I wish they would have just said, hey, starting around 13 or 14, they would have said, hey, guys, you know what? Forget about buying the house. You guys should be buying assets that pay you first. Because once you buy a house, that's 30 to 35% of your debt to income ratio. Now, if you want to go buy some asset, you're not going to qualify because you're going to need 25% down for commercial property unless you make a lot of money. So that should have been reversed. They should have said, hey, your first purchase with your good credit, your great credit, should be commercial property that you can rent out. So if that means it's a 3 or 4 plex from FHA that you only have to put 3.5% down, or 4% as I call it, 4% down, then that's what you should do first. Live in one, rent the other three, and they'll pay for your rent. That should have been the first go to thing. But no, they want to go learn the social mathematics or geography, all this other nonsense. That's the first thing you should have done. And so, of course, I go to college, but I was always a business guy. I was starting businesses ever since I was 11 years old or so. So that was never, I always thought business was play, right? Work, business, okay, fine. Then I didn't find out till after school I'm making money and I'm sitting there like, I just lived in apartments, right? They were cheap. I was sitting there like, man, what should I do? I know. I'm going to buy me some property. Just because I do business, I was like, I could just buy up condos, townhomes, and rent them out, add on an extra two, three, $400. And so exponentials once again. I started with one, then I had an extra two, $300. Nothing major, right? But then I was like, wait a minute, what if I get another one? Now it's 600 to 1,000 per month. Oh hell, I love this. Where can I get these damn things at? And that's when it was three, four, five, six, and you guys can just start adding it up. And now remember, this is like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, damn near, right? This is like a long time ago when prices were smaller. So you could buy like a condo was 60 grand or something. I mean, houses were like 100 grand, 90 grand, 110. I mean, I'm in Cali even. So they were cheaper elsewhere. So for me, though, I'm on the West Coast. So the next, but you got to keep in mind, you had payments of like 200 a month, 300 a month, 400 a month. So if you're making $2,400 from all your properties, I could easily afford another property for $500 a month that I live in, or 700 a month I live in. That's what I did, and the rest is off to the races at that point. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, they're all down, Brian P. Exactly. But I love what post retirement travel says because this right here is key. The younger you are, if you can get your assets, you should think assets first and assets pay you, is what I call assets. I don't call a house an asset because that's a liability. I want something that pays me. A business pays me. Before you start flexing, you want to have assets that pay you. Then you can flex because you don't have to work for that asset money, that passive income money. Bizbuysell.com, bizbuysell.com. Go there. There's businesses for sale right now. And people are saying, I'm old, I'm tired, I've been doing this forever. I'll even let you seller finance. You can take over payment. Give me $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 a month. And you know if the place is profitable by the numbers, and you can take over pay. They got all kind of deals at Biz Buy Sell. If you want a restaurant, okay, but they're high risk. There's certain fields that are high risk, but bizbuysell.com, go there, check it out. All right. The oil business situation, I'm trying to do that too. MSTY is now 1605. Oh my God. That's below. I think that's below my low 52-week low for me. Brian is killing it. Yes, he's doing the damn thing. Oh, he just flexed on the 9,000 for was it ULTY? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. This dude is doing some serious damage. Thank you, Biznessa, because you don't know how much of YMAG and YMAX and all these other weeklies he has. So this man's doing damage out here, 2, 3 Gs a week off of his investments. Now they weren't, we're talking about 50, $100,000. But if you can get 2 or 3 Gs a week from $100,000 investment, or a month, I should say, not week, a month, well, actually a week, come to think of it. If you can get that for a week, then you're doing pretty good on $100,000 investment. You're not going to mind getting 5,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000 per month, right? Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. And since you can reinvest and buy more shares without having to put more money in, self-fulfilling prophecy, instead of taking money out, you can just leave it there and let it keep buying hundreds and hundreds of more shares on a weekly basis. That's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. He is killing it, Biznessa. He's doing damage. A lot of people. We're doing damage out here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's called Stop Struggling Now. We try to help people. You know, that's all we can do out here. Okay, here's all the stuff. Goldrush.info. If you go there, go do it. Smart way to move, boss. Thank you so much, Biznessa. In fact, it's weird how things happen. I'm going to tell you, I went to University of Florida first, right? Gators, right? That's right. Gatorland. So I played sports, not for the Gators though, right? I wasn't good enough, so to speak, to play for the Gators, right? So, but after the football game, I was on the field one day, right? And directly after. So the athletes are still on there on the field. People ran on the field. We beat somebody. But I noticed that the athletes, when they're walking off the field, there was like guys in suits and it looked like booster club guys naturally, right? And they started like shaking the players' hands. And then I was like, they would always have like, after they shake their hand, they're holding something, right? And I was like, wait a minute. I thought college was like supposed to be amateurs. I'm seeing money moving. Holy smokes. And like I told you guys before, Chris Collinsworth, who's on NBC, went to University of Florida. And I remember one day, I never saw the guy. And one day I'm sitting at the student bookstore out front. And while I'm walking up, I see like this black Corvette parked on the street, not in a parking zone. He just pulled up on the left hand side, which is parking would be on the right hand side. He's driving like dead ahead, but he pulls over. So he's actually pulled over against traffic, against the curb in front of the bookstore, but I don't know who it is. I just see the black Corvette looking like somebody splashed it with some paint, right? And I was like, who the hell is this pulling up on the other side of the street in front of this thing? Next thing you know, I see this dude get out, and I see this dude that's about my height, except he seems like he's this skinny dude. And the closer he gets, I'm like, that looks like Chris Collinsworth. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, I see what's going on now. They got some money movement going on around here. Of course, he's all American and all this, that, and the other. But that's when I realized, I was like, hold on, I'm a business guy. I love what I'm seeing right now. So now when I go to my Division II school and I go to Sonoma State, naturally I come in a different thing. And that's when I'm like, hold on, guys, this is what I care about. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, hold on now. And so then that's when I said, wait a minute. They're selling our jerseys. They're doing all kind of stuff at the student bookstore. I go to the student bookstore thinking, hey, I want to sell my own jersey up in here so I can get paid. They're like, oh, hell no, that's not going to happen. I was like, are you kidding me right now? What are you talking about? Okay, I don't get no money from concession stands. I don't get no money from putting seats in the stands. I get nothing. I'm like, oh, this is just wrong. So, like I told you guys before, I go over to see the athletic director and I say, hey, I want to sell stuff in the concession stand area. He's like, really? I said, yeah. I don't think that's against the NCAA rules. I know I can't do it at the bookstore apparently, but I don't think it's against the rules. He says I'm gonna check with the NCAA, see if that's gonna be allowed. He comes back one day, which was like 4 days later. He says, "Oh, I got approval. They signed off. They said you can sell stuff in the concession stands while you're playing during your game, during the girls' game, because the girls' game's before us." I said, "Okay." So now, while I'm playing on game day at home games, I'm selling stuff from the concession stand. After our home games, I go to the concession stand to collect my money. That's it. So now I'm getting paid to play on my terms. And so that's how it all starts. And then it goes beyond that too, because I'm starting with the first usually I hold this out for Friday night. But that's when I'm doing the first bingo game at night in Santa Rosa. And the guy calls me up because I have these figurines in like the nickel trader or magic ads or penny saver, whatever you guys call it in your area. And I have a like a quarter page ad in there, and I get a call from this guy in Santa Rosa saying, "Hey, you got these products? How many of them you got?" And that's when I used to order stuff from Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, Philippines, Japan, because products were so damn cheap. It was incredible. Wholesalers, it was crazy. So I'd have all these products for pennies on the dollar, and I made a deal with him. And I'll tell you guys a story. I've said it before. It was a crazy deal I made. I sell. There's a dozen. For every dozen that sells, I keep the profit for 10. He keeps the profit for 2. And while they're playing bingo, he would have an auction on the screen, and people would auction it off. And I don't know how they actually auctioned. I can't remember though. I don't remember if they called up or if there was something online. I really can't remember. But anyhow, they auctioned it off. So everything was an auction while they're playing bingo live. And that's the first time. And so when people started talking about these TV shows, QVC, and all this stuff, I was already doing that in the 80s. And so that's why it was weird. I was like, oh, they went to a whole nother level. But I was already involved in Santa Rosa on the TV, free TV, by the way, not cable, free TV, so anybody can watch it. That's what I was doing. And I'm in college doing that. So you guys know after that, it's like sky's the limit. So that's when I get out of college. I already make money. Can you imagine? $100,000 contract to go play D1 in France basketball. Yeah, I'm from D2. I'm getting $100,000 in the 80s. Pro basketball players who sit on the bench don't even make 100,000 in the 80s. It's crazy what people don't know. And I'm sitting there eating my bonbons, and they're like, Eric, when are you going to come? I'm like, I don't have to. I make more than 100 G's right now. It was funny as hell. They're like, when you coming, man? You got the contract, didn't you? I said, yeah, it looks kind of nice. Oh man, I should tell you guys, my $100,000 contract was off the charts. 100 G's for showing up, apartment paid for, restaurants down the street I can eat at anytime and anywhere in France. I can eat anywhere, damn near, chains and everything. I didn't have to pay for food, have a car, which they didn't give me a car though. They gave me a car to use. I couldn't ship it back or sell it or anything. So that is what I was dealing with. It was like, I'm sitting here, man. I already make 100 G's. I'm sorry. Like, come on, man. Oh, it was funny as hell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, game over for tonight. We'll be talking on Friday night with the latest update on Friday about withdrawals since post retirement travel talked to me. I'll do it tomorrow, but I'll still tell you guys all of it on Friday, and we'll go from there. So, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys very much. I appreciate your support over all these years. And just remember, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. And even though it's not Friday night, I'll give a story. I've told this before. I'm working after college, and a few years later, I'm working at Delta Dental. And now, again, this is when I'm like 25, something like this, and 26 or something. And so, anyhow, the guys are like, we have new people working here tonight, and can you help them out? And Eric, you have, and they say this lady's first name. She sits down next to me. I show her, help her out with getting some stuff started. And then she says, hey, my name is, we introduce ourselves, and she says her last name. And she says, her last name is Collinsworth. And I said, you got to be kidding me. That's not a normal last name. I said, you know what's interesting? I've never heard that name only but one time. And I went to University of Florida, and this guy that was like all American at the school, last name was Collinsworth. She smiles and says, that's my nephew. I said, you got to be kidding me. This is a small world. This is crazy. Also, one day I went to, in West Sacramento, I went to a 7-Eleven. A guy drove up a truck in an 18-wheeler out front, and he says something like, hey, do you have any change? Or he was asking me something weird, like, do you have any change for $100 bill or 20 or something? And I was like, yeah, I got change. And he goes, oh, I need it because of this washroom around here. And so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I had some change for him. So I don't even know how it came up, whether I was wearing something that said U of F or he was wearing something that said U of F. And so I was like, however we got into it, he starts saying, my son was the linebacker for University of Florida in like 1980, 81. He's all American or something like this. And I'm like, are you talking about, I can't remember his name. I'm like, are you talking about this? And I started naming like he plays for the Washington Redskins. He's like, yeah, that's my son. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I went to school with him at U of F. It's so small world. It's crazy. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up. But again, just remember, be safe out here. There's a lot of turmoil going on in this world. You just never know what's going down. And so just try to always stay calm, not get into anything crazy, because you never know what somebody else is going through in this era. Home prices are coming down. It's a buyer's market. People need cash. People are living paycheck to paycheck. So just stay calm and try to stay out of trouble. You never know. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, just make sure above all else, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.